Today on High Now, celebrating hula through fashion. Hear from 2 local designers on their new collections. Then a lesson in Hawaiian culture.
We're pounding kalo with Uncle Kawa'a and the rest of the gang over here at Kekeoka'aina.
Plus, ready to book your next vacation? Details on new Vegas packages from Vacations Hawaii. This and more right now on High Now.
Aloha gang and welcome to High Now Weekender. I'm Kainoa Carlson. What a thrill to see Hilo come back to life during this year's Merry Monarch Festival. Now, a big congratulations to our new Miss Aloha Hula and all of the participating halau. And of course, a big mahalo to the crew and all of the sponsors who made this iconic event possible. So great to see the Merry Monarch back in the limelight. Now, during the past week, we've been having our own kind of celebration here of Hawaiian culture on High Now. From local designers to cultural practitioners, we've given you a closer look at things that make our home such a unique place to live. And up next, I got a chance to try my hand at kalo pounding. Take a look. Aloha gang, today on High Now, we're getting a lesson from Uncle Kawa'a over here at Kekeoka'aina. We are pounding kalo. How long you been doing this?
I started around 5 years old, pounding poi. I started to pull the taro, and then cook the taro, and then peel the taro, ohole, and ihi, and then pound poi. Around 6 years old, I started pounding poi.
So you've been doing this a long time
I've been doing this a long time.
You still love doing it?
I still love doing it.
How come you still love doing it?
It's the way of perpetuating the culture. It's the way of teaching to the next generation.
What's the first thing we gotta do when we sit down and do
The
this?
first thing we do is that you have to listen to me. Is that, and the listening to me is that you got to watch what I do. Okay. We took water and then we cleaned off the board.
You made this board, Uncle?
Yes, I made this board. And this board was made all by hand on the inside, which means a ko'i. With me come the names of turning taro into poi. And so I come from Molokai, and these names are from Halawa. So the first step is called naha. Say it.
Naha. Take the taro, pound it,
Break
naha.
it. It's called naha.
Okay.
Watch me.
Okay.
Go ahead, you do it. Turn a little side, use the edge of the stone and use it to cut. So it's called naha. That means to break. The kalo, the ai, is all over the board. So this part is called moku moku.
Moku moku.
That means it broke and it's in pieces. And then clean off your stone like this. Watch me. Okay, you do. With your hands, stage 3 is called pa'i pa'i. What's the motion? Bring it in. Pa'i pa'i.
That I heard a lot when I was growing up.
That's right.
I heard pa'i plenty when I was a little boy.
You probably got a lot of pa'i. Well, about 12 years ago, I brought board and stone class to Kekeoka'aina to carve board and to carve stones for families. And so it's been going on for about 12 years. It's called a board and stone class. I started teaching it, and so it's very interested, but I also wanted to pass the knowledge on. I wanted to pass the knowledge of pounding poi. I want to pass the knowledge of carving board and carving stones as well, because they all go together. And that is tied to taro and taro patch and the story of creation as well. This is the 4th stage. It's called pili. You put it all together and they're all sticking together. We are at the state called pa'i'ai. It's the 5th stage, turning taro into poi. This is pa'i'ai. The finished state called poi pa'a, it'll ooze out from the tea leaf, it'll fall out.
And that's when we have poi.
And that's when you poi. My time is short, and so I have a great deal of ike. And so I want to pass on that ike as much as possible to the next generation. And it doesn't matter who they are. As long as they're interested in learning, I'll teach anyone.
Brought to you by Kekeoka'aina Family Learning Centers.
Designs by Kamohoali'i share foundational values of Hawaiian culture to its audience through art and design. Created by world-renowned kumuhula Maika Kamohoali'i in 2005, this line of clothing strives to educate in the ways of Hawaiian design.
Kamohoali'i is my family name. Literally translates into the chiefly chosen one. It's the name that belongs to Pele's oldest brother, the shark god. So our family's genealogy. My brand started with me dealing with fabric as a child, maybe ancient fabrics, that is. Father's side of the family are kapa people, So my tutu them on that side, they've always pounded kapa. I grew up around kapa. That's our Hawaiian bark cloth, of course. So dealing with fabric all my life, putting some of that kapa things into clothing, and of course decorating it all natural dyes and using ohekapala stamps, and eventually from it being into clothing, using the same designs but putting it into modern fabrics. Our prints tell stories. Everything that we do actually has some kind of meaning to it. Most of our prints come from our family. They're all family designs that have been passed down from tutu them and all the way back till forever. Some of them talk about the lightning patterns, and so our family, the Kaho'ali'i family, they're descendants of the lightning gods. Those lightning patterns represent that family. We have designs that are about the royal feather capes, hulu patterns or feather patterns. Our commercial, filming it was magical. Getting a crew together, getting the halau together, the family together, painting all of our faces. So we took all the designs that's on our clothes and we stamped it all on us. We're actually wearing all of the designs on us, and it's very intense and powerful. And we're wearing kapa. I'm pounding kapa, and so is all of the halau and all the family members that's all standing behind me. And so there's like 50 of us all pounding kapa. And then it kind of lightens up and goes into all of the clothes. So you see our foundation, and then you get into the modern wear that we have today. We're releasing our newest collection called Waukaya Kanaloa. It's ocean prints. So opihi, kupe'e shells, fishes, and upena or nets. It's beautiful. You see it at Mary Monarch. I was involved in the Hawaii Fashion Showcase, a tribute to Mary Monarch. And so every year they do this fashion showcase. This year it's televised. Being there with 7 other designers and seeing everybody's creativity, because I think during this pandemic it all got locked up. We decided with some of the designers to bring it to Honolulu and do a pop-up. So we're at Ala Moana. We open June 25th and we're there to July 11th. The best place to find us is at the pop-up at Ala Moana that's coming to Oahu, because you can actually get it in person. We are on Facebook and Instagram, Designs by Kamohoali'i, spelled with a Z, D-E-Z. Our website, dbkamohoali'i.com.
Brought to you by Designs by Kamohoali'i.
Love that brand. Now, Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, is back, and it's completely reopened. And this weekend, you can bet Sin City will be doing it up big for the 4th of July weekend celebration. Here to tell us a little bit more about it is Kevin Kaneshiro with Vacations Hawaii.
Hey.
How are you?
Thanks for having us.
I hear you guys got some big news. Tell us about it.
Great news. After 17 months of not flying, starting Friday, September 3rd, right in time for Labor Day weekend, we're restarting our charter flights to Vegas 3 times a week. If you want to get to Vegas even before September 3rd, we've got our Hawaiian Airlines groups, and we're booking people on a lot of other carriers. But yes, Vegas is back.
Vegas is back. I love those words. How has the travel experience to Vegas changed since the pandemic?
Well, of course, it was a little quieter prior to April of this year. I would say starting in April, you've seen a huge increase of bookings. I mean, if you go to Cal, Fremont on a weekend now, it's just like pre-COVID times. I was there May 21st when they lifted the mask mandate, and for me, that was one of the most freeing things, was not having to wear a mask. And of course, at California Hotel, we have a lot of kapuna, so we did wear our masks sometimes, but our employees, I give them credit, because if they were fully vaccinated, they no longer have to wear a mask. But if their customers feel comfortable or more comfortable wearing masks, they'll wear a mask too. But yeah, for me, not having to wear a mask was awesome.
Awesome. 4th of July weekend, that's always a big time for Las Vegas. What are you hearing? What are you hearing?
They are doing it big this year. Not 1, not 2, but 11 different displays synchronized around the city, including the Plaza Hotel downtown. But it's gigantic. Their big emphasis is to let the world know that Vegas is fully open, and
I love
they're
it.
doing
Vegas
it big.
is back. Shows and all of those types of things, those are all moving forward, correct?
Man,
Shows,
I mean,
events, all that other stuff.
Going from no shows for almost a year to this weekend alone for July 4th weekend. Of course, Hawaii's own Bruno Mars opens at the MGM. Miley Cyrus is performing at the new Resort World. Of course, also Usher and Justin Bieber, Garth Brooks.
Every heavy hitter in the game.
Big names coming back to Vegas.
I love it. And you're also here, we're partnering with you guys for a very special announcement. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about it?
We're going to give away a trip to Vegas, courtesy of Vacations Hawaii and the all-new California Hotel. You know, our packages include the round trip from Honolulu to Vegas, the 4 or 5 night hotel stay, breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily, transfers to and from the airport. Too easy. Give Vacations Hawaii a call. And we'll get you there.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for coming in. And don't forget, gang, you can enter to win this awesome Vegas package from Vacations Hawaii. All you need to do is go to highNowDaily.com/Vegas. I'm going to say it one more time. highNowDaily.com/Vegas. Go ahead and try and win this package. It's Vegas. It's back. Thank for coming in, Kevin. I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Brought to you by Vacations Hawaii and the California Hotel and Casino.
And coming up on High Now, we're taking you inside Kahulale'a, Hawaiian-owned, Hawaiian-inspired.
Get a look at some of the designer's newest prints. Plus, a prize highly coveted in the hula community. Hear from the makers of the Miss Aloha Hula Award bracelet when High Now returns.
From humble beginnings, Kahulale'a was started in 2013, an idea born of recycling old hula costumes. But the business has expanded. They're a Hawaiian resort wear company. They opened their first location in Ala Moana in 2019.
Kahulale'a is a Hawaiian resort wear brand, so we celebrate Hawaii's people and place with storytelling and our original prints on our clothing. So not your typical Hawaiian wear that we've seen before, but nice flowy dresses, not typical mu'umu'us, of course aloha shirts, but a little bit higher end product. I was home from my other job and I wanted to make my time productive, so I started upcycling my old hula costumes. I started upcycling them into little clutches and accessories, and then I showed them to my friends and they liked it. So my very first event was the first Hawaii Fashion Week. We brought our little bags and accessories and we sold out. From there, I got my first sales rep. We got our first accounts and it kind of took up from there. In 2017, that's when we started our first clothing line, and then here we are today. So this is our new retro Lehua print. What I wanted to do with this was to kind of give it a retro vibe, because when we first started upcycling our old hula costumes, and so I wanted to give a vintage vibe to this with the background, but also to incorporate our original Hopoi Lehua Puna print. This is Ka'ena. She's wearing our jumpsuit Waikiki in our mustard retro Lehua print. Again, this is our Hopoi Lehua Puna print that we just put with a retro vibe to it. This is Stone Kamahele. He's in our men's aloha shirt. This is our traditional fit aloha shirt in our new retro Lehua print. Initially, when we first started, we only had traditional fit. Now we also have a modern fit aloha shirt, so men have a choice. This is Dress Ihilani in our new Manu Mamo print. This features our mamo bird. As a native Hawaiian designer and someone with a hula background, one of my favorite hula to dance is Keali'i Hulu Mamo, and in it she speaks about the mamo and the o'o birds, that their yellow feathers were used to make beautiful capes for our ali'i. That is the insight that native Hawaiian designers have in creating prints. You can find us at our store at Ala Moana Center. We're up here on the 4th floor, Ho'okipa Terrace. You can also find us online at kahulale'a.com, at Instagram at kahulale'a, and also on Facebook.
Brought to you by Kahulale'a.
Merry Monarch is oftentimes looked at its final product. This incredible production of hula and mele and language and oli, and it is really an incredible presentation of Hawaiian culture at its finest. For us at Hawaiian Airlines, we're extremely proud and humble at the same time to have this relationship with such an iconic festival. It's an all hands on deck kind of experience. Our employees, they're very conscientious about the experience of the kumu, of the halau that are coming, of the judges, of television production, both from near and far, really take ownership in making that experience a full positive experience. It's this symbiotic relationship between community and culture. Just the name of our company, Hawaiian Airlines to be able to be affiliated with this iconic opportunity, being able to include our employees in ensuring that this guest experience is positive. We have countless kumuhula, musicians and dancers, teachers that embody, again, everything that the Merry Monarch Festival is about. Kahua Ka'i was really an incredible journey. Again, not just for those that were involved in the making or the production of the documentary itself, but it lifted all of us to listen to the stories of kumu, of the dancer, of the halau, that touches all aspects of life in Hawaii.
Brought to you by Hawaiian Airlines.
Lehua Jewelers was started in Waimea on Hawaii Island in 1985 by Sharon Gilbert. Their jewelry has made their name by focusing on custom designs and local craftsmanship, as well as a very special makana to the winner of the Miss Aloha Hula.
I had gotten started doing jewelry in a shop class at Kailua High School, and I loved it. And I went to UH Manoa and got my Bachelor of Fine Arts, and still, jewelry was my love. We were so happy to have it a Big Island company that was going to be making the bracelet. And I designed the design specifically for the Merry Monarch. I have hula dancers on either side of the name, and then some implements of hula, the pahu, the ipu, and the puilili, and some of the sacred plants of the hula, lehua, palapalai, and maili. The winner, actually, she keeps the Miss Aloha hula, but they get the opportunity to customize the bracelet. We do continue to lay out the lettering by hand, and then cut the letters by hand. We obviously are well known for what we do with the hand-cut letters, and we also use the very old technique of firing in place an actual glass enamel. This high-temperature enamel, you actually have to heat up until it's glowing red. It's just a little bit, below the melt temp of the gold. And so it's obviously a much more technical process. We've done keychains, we've done tie bars, we've done ID bracelets. We really enjoy doing, really whatever a customer might be able to come up with. And we've played around with different colors. This has red glass enamel in it, and that has been a very popular, because it stands out with the red that the Lehua is famous for. I cannot thank the community enough, especially in 2020. I mean, oh my goodness, everybody really showed that they appreciated that we had hung in there over the years. And so we are very grateful. We're up in Waimea on the Big Island, and so obviously if you come to the Big Island, do visit us. And we do have a website, and it's just lehuajewelers.com. We also keep a Facebook page at Lehua Jewelers. Is a very good place to keep up with what we're doing that's new and current. We will be participating in the Merry Monarch Special Marketplace with the pop-up makeke. I think that's going to be an exciting way to reach out to the people who love to support things that are made in Hawaii.
Brought to you by Lehua Jewelers.
Coming up on High Now, coconuts start out like this, and we got it to look like this, and we did it all in Olelo, Hawaii.
Kainoa is showing us the process, all in the Hawaiian language. Plus, as we celebrate Merry Monarch, hear from a former Miss Aloha Hula as she remembers her own hula journey. Details after the break.
KHNL is a Christian Native Hawaiian organization. This is our 25th anniversary, serving families across the state. We're on every island, and we're so happy to be part of the Merry Monarch again. Basically, we do education. A lot of our programs are focused on early childhood education, family strengthening, and perpetuating culture. So lots and lots of family-based programs that are grounded in culture. And now we've just got 2 new farm sites. So we're working on food sustainability and teaching families how to grow their own food. Cultural practices are one thing that we really try to help maintain here at Keikio'oka'aina. Our biggest year ever, more programs than we've ever had, serving more families in more places. We're so excited. Come and join us. Most of our programs are absolutely free, whether it's lei making, teaching hula, Olelo Hawaii, all of it.
Aloha gang, we have the honor of being joined now by Kumu Ka'imi Earl. We're gonna go over the different ways to open up a coconut here, and you can tell the age of a coconut just by shaking it.
Ai, oia ke kahi o nā mea, hiki ke ike aia e lua niu ma ko'u maulima, o ko ano nā niu ma e lua ano ma kona wai ho'olu'u, a ma ke kani ke ho'oluli ia. I nā ho'oluli oi ke ia, a ole hiki ke lohe ia ka wai o loko. Ho'oluli oi ke ia, hiki no ke ho'olohe ka wai. No leila, maupopo ka poe kupuna, he mea kahiko no ke ia. Mai ka i o ke ia niu no ka wa'u ana, no ka la'au, no ka ai, no ka aila no hoi. A o ke ia mea hou, a ole hiki ke lohe ia ka wai o loko, he mea no ke ia, no ka inu ana, momona no ka wai. O iei make e malama pono ia ka wai o loko, pone a nana pono i kao niu, a aia e kolu maka niu, a ho'ohana ka hoi pohaku, a kui ia ma ke ano he po'ei. No ka wehe ana, no ka wawahi ana i kia niu, pone kui.
Kaninu?
Ai,
Yeah.
hiki.
Ono.
Ai, me kai.
We just really want to tell people, come and get on our website, look for what we're doing, koka.org, Koka.org. We're looking to help educate children, strengthen families, and perpetuate culture statewide.
Brought to you by Keikio'oka'aina Family Learning Centers.
The importance of Merry Monarch to me is the perpetuation of all things Hawaiian, Hawaiian cultural activities. Not only the hula, but it's grown into this week-long school of learning. We emphasize Olelo Hawaii, of course, the hula, of course, but even throughout the week, I mean, it was born in Hilo. I feel like it belongs to Hilo, and this is our time to come out and we show cultural practices. People from all over the world come in and they learn about our culture and what we appreciate and what we hope to continue on and preserve. I'm so grateful that my kumuhula, Johnny Lamho, he had faith and confidence in me to choose me as his representative that year. I feel so grateful and blessed to have been a part of this event to represent our halau, halau kaua kanilehua. It really does take a village. I was the soloist up there, but it took so many people to kokua and to kako'o. I was so thrilled that I had so much aloha for my kumuhula because he chose me, but I'm so happy for him. My mele was ha'aheawe kamanu pikake. My kumuhula is also hakumele, so he wrote that song. He was dressed in all of these peacock feathers. One of the main lessons I've learned through Merry Monarch is through halau, how we have to work together. These are lifelong lessons. To me, we have to learn discipline. We have to learn how to work together. Listen to your kumu. No matter what kind of doubts you have in your head, don't question things because they know what they're doing. If you know your Olelo Hawaii, then you can understand and you know how to emote hula. And just watch. I mean, watch as much as you can. Watch and listen.
Brought to you by Hawaiian Airlines.
Hey, whether you're buying or selling luxury property, you deserve an agent empowered to think beyond the next transaction, one who will consider your long-term goals. So if you're looking for properties, you're in luck. We caught up with the experts at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Hawaii Realty for an update on the luxury real estate market.
We are seeing a lot of activity. I mean, just like we're seeing in all of the real estate market right now, but a lot of really high-end sales. People really decided to change their life based on what happened during the pandemic and reprioritize. So I think people were looking to change their places after spending so much time at home. So people are looking for houses that have it all. They want a pool, they want a gym, they want a big backyard, or they want a luxury condo with all the amenities. And so people are kind of reprioritizing. We're seeing our high net worth clients really leverage their money and make big purchases right now. We have our local Kama'aina luxury buyers that we've always had. And we're also seeing a lot of California, the West Coast in general, but California was trending up anyway before the pandemic, but it's really been amplified since the pandemic. We also see a lot of New York and Texas, kind of our typical feeder markets. People want to be in a place where they can spend time with their family in a way that is a nice lifestyle for them. So they want outdoor space. If it's a condo, a luxury condo, it's got to have a little of its own outdoor space, a connection with nature, or a great amenity deck where you can feel like you're outside. Definitely want office space. We're actually seeing some new condos come out that have little dedicated office areas. I mean, that's become hugely important, right, as we rethink how we work. And then on the houses, we're really seeing big properties sell, like expansive lawns, waterfront. Our high net worth clients are rethinking kind of how they plan. They are using stock market growth to actually diversify into real estate, and they actually don't even have to pull it out of the market. What they do is they just use their portfolio to back a purchase with a line of credit and take advantage of these great interest rates we have right now that are still historically low. I think Hawaii real estate is always a great investment. We're looking at waterfront properties especially. They appreciate quickly, they are always desirable, so I'm recommending those a lot. I'm also kind of looking for up-and-coming neighborhoods for high net worth clients. Some of the more popular luxury locations, I would say, start at Diamond Head and head out to East Oahu, especially along the shoreline. Kailua and Lanikai have been very popular. Those gorgeous beaches appeal to everyone. And then the North Shore has also been a really hot market too. COVID has affected the luxury market with this big kind of surprising increase in activity. From April through now, we've seen almost a double in properties selling for over $1 million and the number of properties that sell. So it's on the up. It's very, very busy.
Brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Hawaii Realty. Coming up, not all water is created equal. We take you inside Hawaiian Springs Water in Hilo, where they bottle some of the freshest and cleanest water in the world. We'll show you how when High Now returns.
Aloha gang, Kawaiola means water of life, but not all water is made the same. Today on High Now, we're on Hawaii Island at Hawaiian Springs Warehouse, where they bottle their water straight from the source to give you some of the cleanest drinking water on planet Earth.
Bottle is the source, meaning that the water is not touched by anything else until it hits the bottle. It doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't track anywhere, it doesn't go into tankers. It goes straight from our aquifer into our plant, into the bottle.
Our location is what really makes our water unique. Here in KL, on the east side of the island, we have 2 mountains that allows us to capture a lot of the moisture and rain that comes through that's naturally here. And so what happens is when we have rainfall, our watershed captures that, and that's where the groundwater happens. And so the water is collected upslope in the mountains, and then it makes its way down. And so our well is tapped into an unconfined aquifer. We do not take out anything, and we do not put anything in. So all the natural minerals and nutrients that we have, that's already just is naturally present in our water.
This is our well house. The well pump is down 220 feet. 210 feet is the water line, and it pumps out 270 gallons a minute to our facility.
What's happening here?
After the preform gets heated up, it's soft, goes into each of those cavities, which we have a mold that forms our bottle. It goes up to 8,400 bottles an hour. This is an air bear. Air bear pushes the bottle all the way to our filler. Rinses every single bottle. We have 36 head filler, fills every bottle, 12 head capper. All in one monoblock. After it comes out here, it goes into the capper area and everyone gets capped. The filler is the heart of the line efficiency. The whole point in any manufacturing facility is to keep this filler running as much as possible.
The recharge rates on this slope, the Mauna Loa slope, is 200 million gallons a day. And Hawaiian Springs, we only take a very small snippet. Less than 5% is extracted.
Solar panels does help us. It supplies us with about 50% of our power usage. We can go up to 150,000 bottles a day. A lot of work. It's all teamwork. Hawaiian Springs here, that's what we strive for, is teamwork and family-oriented.
Focus is on giving back to the community right now, and hopefully very soon we're going to be launching a sports youth program where we'll be able to provide scholarships for our young and upcoming athletes. On our website, we actually have a store locator, and all you have to do is just type in your zip code and it'll tell you the nearest store where you can find our water.
Brought to you by Hawaiian Springs.
Oha Malama Loans has been serving our Lahui for more than 30 years. As part of the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, their goal is to provide Native Hawaiians and their ohana with access to resources to pursue their financial goals.
Oha Malama Loans has been serving our Lahui for more than 30 years. As part of the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, our goal is to provide Native Hawaiians and their ohana with access to resources to achieve their financial goals. We offer loans for those that are interested in starting or growing their business, education loans, home improvement loans, as well as debt consolidation. What sets us aside from other financial institutions is that not only do we offer the financial funding and resources, but we also provide technical assistance.
This is where we pair our applicant and borrowers with a financial consultant. This consultant can help a startup business with their business plan. If you are an existing business, they can help you with your financial projections for your future expansion goals. Our interest rates are between 4% and 6%. We can sit with you and talk story and make sure that everything is aligned so that you can qualify for a loan, if not now, in the future, to support your ohana. So I've seen kupunas get very emotional because now we can help them repair their home that is in disrepair. I've seen us help students with funds to further their education so that they can have a degree and then support their families in the future. Businesses who have started up, who come back to us in the future and say, hey, I'm available for more funds. Can you help me out? Because now I need to expand my business.
So we've assisted hundreds of Native Hawaiians over the years, but I can share one success story with you as an example. Ola and Puna Trip opened up Liquid Life, a cold pressed juice company on the Big Island. Oha Malama Loans helped them open their first storefront in KHNL, and now they have 3 locations. They utilized Oha Malama Loans because our program assisted their parents with building their business in Volcano, which is called the Lava Rock Cafe. We love that we were able to assist 2 generations of entrepreneurs, and we look forward to helping many, many more. They can visit our website at loans.oha.org. For beneficiaries on a neighbor island, if they contact their local OHA office, they will connect them with someone who can help them. The application process is simple and can be accessed through our website by clicking on the Apply Now button.
Brought to you by Oha Malama Loans. Coming up, supporting our kupuna during Merry Monarch Week. See how the staff at Lunalilo Home are offering the highest quality of care. After the break.
William Charles Lunalilo was Hawaii's 6th monarch. Today on High Now, we're at Lunalilo Home, where his legacy of caring for Hawaii's kupuna lives on.
The history of Lunalilo Home goes back over 138 years. Testament of King William Charles Lunalilo. He really reigned for a very short amount of time, but in that short time, he did provide a lot for his people. One legacy that he left was for our kupuna, for our elders. He bequeathed all of his land to his people. What we have left of his legacy is Lunalilo Home. It's a 42-bed adult residential care home for kupuna, and that really focuses on a lot of the cultural aspects and caring for our native Hawaiian kupuna. Because of his legacy, we are still standing today. In 2001, the trustees did expand our care to all of the people of Hawaii. So we do care for Hawaiians, we care for non-Hawaiians, And we have 2 specific programs that help support the base operations of our home, which is our meal delivery and our adult daycare programs.
Once I arrive here, it's a wonderful experience. The kupuna are up and smiling. So my day starts off by walking through the ohana room and saying good morning to everyone and catching up with them as they tell me about their night or their day. One thing that COVID taught us all in this world was how to pivot. And so we pivoted very much. While they were here in campus with us, we very much took the time to make sure that we were putting extra time into providing that companionship with them through extra activities involved with sitting down and talking with them, playing games, dancing down the hallway with them. So we did a lot. Places were still locked down, but we made it a point to make sure that families could come in and spend that time with their loved ones and be here and support them until the end.
I think what sets us apart is the Native Hawaiian culture is really infused in everything that we do here. It's in the way that we treat our kupuna, it's in the foods that we serve, the way we greet and aloha people. Our kupuna are ohana.
Our Native Hawaiian culture teaches us that our kupuna are held in such high esteem. They're the keepers of our knowledge, and we look to them to make our decisions as we move into the future. The staff here, it is really our kuleana, which means more than responsibility, and we take that to heart.
King Lunalilo was the first Hawaiian trust established. How do we really take care of our people? And that legacy is gonna live on forever. And so how do we improve it? And how do we make it better for the next generation? So important to us as people, as a lahui. And that's what I hope to do in my time here at Lunalilo.
Brought to you by Lunalilo Home.
Today on High Now, putting Hawaii back to work. We're at Domino's newest location. We're talking jobs, opportunity, and pizza.
Even though we were in a pandemic and the world was shut down, people still needed services and people still needed jobs. And so we're just always one of those companies that's like last to close and first to open. I think it's hard for everybody that's, competing with the government's free money, right? So it's challenging, but for those that want to work, they want to work, regardless of what's going on in the rest of the world. And so we're an entry-level employer. We're just trying to get people back to some sort of normalcy. There's always this thing about, what's your turnover percentage? My philosophy has always been, look, I want 100% turnover. I just want them better when they leave than when they got here. And that they'll use those skills. No matter what you do, you got to show up on time. No matter what you do, you got to do it right. No matter what you do, you got to execute the plan. So we're hiring at every location, right? Every location needs people. We're still trying to execute 30-minute delivery service. We're still trying to execute great product service. And so, we're always hiring. It's always a great place to start. And there's huge career opportunities. Some of these kids started with us when they were 16 in high school. 18, they kind of became a shift manager. 8 years later, they run some of the busiest stores in the world, and they're making really good money. I think we need more local business owners in Hawaii that have a way to get there. Nobody's gonna start out buying the Hilton Hawaiian Village. They're gonna start out running a little shop and moving their way through,
Brought to you by Domino's Hawaii. Coming up, our Craft Summer Grilling Series continues. Get the recipe for a killer barbecue chicken dish, plus a fun twist on a Monte Cristo when High Now returns.
Our new strategic plan is entitled Mana I Mauli'ola, or Strength to Well-Being. It focuses on 4 key areas that directly impact well-being for Native Hawaiians: education, health, housing, and economics. Additionally, the new plan recognizes that ohana, or family, mo'omeheo, or culture, and aina, or land and water, are traditional strengths of our Native Hawaiian communities. As we build these sources of mana, we increase Native Hawaiians' ability to improve their mauli'ola, or total well-being. OHA is putting our strategic plan into action to create mauli'ola for the lahui by providing resources through our grants programs, malama loans, and scholarships, advocating for Native Hawaiians at the federal, state, county, and local levels, engaging with community, conducting research, and wisely managing our assets. Over the next 15 years, OHA will be implementing strategies aligned with our strategic plan to achieve our envisioned outcomes for a thriving and abundant Lahui. We have increased our grants budget from 9.6 million to a projected 15.1 million a year. This means we have more money going to the programs to benefit Native Hawaiians in education, health, housing, and economics. This year alone, we have 5 new grant programs that we have rolled out, including grants for COVID-19 recovery, care for iwi kupuna, homestead communities, Native Hawaiian teacher education and professional development, and community-based Ohana grants. This is in addition to our long-standing community grants program and our Ahahui grants program that has been funding Hawaiian cultural events and educational events for the last decade. We're excited to share this film with the community. We have new leadership at OHA across all divisions, and this film will allow everyone a chance to get to know these leaders a little better. We also feature the mana'o of community partners involved in education, health, housing, and economics. Our goal is to build upon the work that has been done at the agency since its inception in 1980 and make OHA the best agency that it can be, because that is the type of agency that the Hawaiian people deserve.
Mana'i Mauli'ola will air on July 2nd, immediately following the Merry Monarch Kahiko Night. For information on additional screenings, head to our website, HiNowDaily.com.
Brought to you by the Office of Hawaiian Affairs.
We're back in the High Now kitchen with the board short chef using Kraft Heinz products for our summer grilling series. Hi, Hunter.
Hello.
What you making today?
So today we're gonna make barbecue chicken and we're gonna do some Monte Cristo. So in the barbecue chicken, I brined it. We're gonna sear it on top. We're gonna start with our barbecue sauce, sweet honey, and we're gonna use the mesquite smoked barbecue sauce.
And the good thing about the Kraft barbecue sauces is they've already done all of the hard work for you. They've slowly simmered all of these sauces down so it gets those really rich flavors, and now you can just kind of mix yours together to get that perfect taste that you want, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I got some blackened spice here, some brown sugar, so I have some paprika, some onions, some garlic powder, a little squeeze of lemon here. Kraft products is, you're known for their quality control. Food products, it's always gonna taste the same. You know it's gonna taste great. And you can use a mixture of both and create, your own sauces for your own parties.
Yeah.
So while that's simmering, we're gonna get our chicken, do a reverse sear. We're gonna make our creme anglaise, and that will be our base for our French toast. Half heavy cream and then half milk. Sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, and 3 egg yolks. We're gonna saute some onions. We have our reverse seared oven chicken. Cook it right on the flat top. Get the skin nice and crispy. Make our French toast. For Monte Cristo, I like to do multiple cheeses.
Of course, you got those Kraft American slices made with fresh milk, natural ingredients, no preservatives, which I love because all American cheese is not created equal.
And then we're gonna do a little bit of some Italian cheese right on top. Onions and garlic. Oscar Mayer sliced up right inside the Monte Cristo as well. Normally it's deep fried and they serve in a paper bag, but I'm upping it to do a little bit of some French toast. Keep it kind of a little bit more fresh, and then we'll flip the cheese and make it nice and gooey.
Oh, the sweet with the savory of the Oscar Mayer wiener and the cheese. Wow, that's really good. And we got to pair it with the chicken like chicken and waffles almost, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
I love the combination of the 2 different sauces.
You have the sweet, a little bit savory, smoky. Then you have the spices in there.
Oh my goodness, this is an amazing combo. You're gonna have to have this on your restaurant menu for sure. Wow. Mmm. Oh my goodness. That's delicious, Hunter.
Thank you.
So there it is. You got some gourmet meals made out of some Kraft Heinz products. Hunter, thank you so much.
Thank you. This is an amazing opportunity.
All right, we'll have the recipe up on HiNowDaily.com. Oh my goodness.
Brought to you by Kraft Heinz. Coming up, from plate lunches to beers on tap, see why Texaco's newly renovated location on the Big Island is changing the game. After the break.
Aloha gang, today on High Now, we are on Hawaii Island and we're checking out the Waiakea Waina Texaco location. They've got fresh pastries. They bake these every single morning. They also got the Ono local food that we love, plate lunches, and did I mention beers on tap? This place changing the game.
What makes this station different is the atmosphere when you walk into this station. I don't think you're gonna find a convenience store that's designed like this store. We have the growler station, we have a commercial kitchen, we provide local meals.
We started the renovations back in September 2019, reopened the store in July 5th of 2020. It's almost a year now. Started with converting some of our auto repair bays to what you see today, extending the convenience store, adding on the commercial kitchen. Really try to focus on giving somebody quality food you don't really think of it getting at a gas station. What a local favorite?
Most popular plate lunch would be the roast pork. Our pupus either make up or we purchase them locally or within the islands.
Growler Station, we try to stock some local beers, so we've got a big variety of beers right now. Total of 8 taps, available 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. We have growlers available here at the station for purchase and fill up, or if you got your own, a lot of them bring their own in here.
We also offer breakfast items like homemade donuts, homemade cinnamon rolls. They're all made by our staff.
Some of our fuel grades include Techron. So Techron's an additive that really helps to keep engines clean, reduce build-up deposits, and unbeatable mileage provided. We also have E-Free, ethanol-free gas here, which also includes Techron. We're really proud in participating in the Hoalo program. So every time a customer comes here to fill up gas, the program is utilized to offset tailpipe emissions by up to 30%. It also goes to support eco-friendly nonprofit organizations that keep Hawaii beautiful.
At our Bayside Texaco site, we have a drive-thru. You can call in and place an order, or you could drive up to the drive-thru menu board and place an order there. We provide whatever is in the store. Fresh sandwiches, bento, place an order, drive up to the drive-thru window and pick them up. To place a delivery order, get on to expresswaiters.com. Place your order there, they'll pick it up and deliver it to you. You either can call 981-2300 or 935-1327. I've been an operator for about 3 decades. It's a family-run business. We're very proud of it. We put our heart and soul into the business and long hours to satisfy the customers.
Really try to provide our customers with a wide variety of quality products that they can use in their everyday life.
Brought to you by Texaco in Hawaii.
Welcome back, gang. And just like that, Culture Week on High Now has come to an end. We want to send a big mahalo to everyone who participated, from celebrating our native Hawaiian designers like Kahula Le'a and designs by Kamohoali'i and Keiki Oka'aina. We're going to celebrate again tonight with the Merry Monarch. A big mahalo for watching High Now. Remember, catch any of our segments on HighNowDaily.com and be sure to follow us at High Now Daily on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see you Monday morning. Aloha.